the end, all we have is our memories. Tracing the rings of life, we relive the challenges and triumphs the world offers. This week is no different. Life was here long before disc golf and will continue on after we depart. How you live while you walk this earth is all that matters. As we approach our final day of competition, remember, champions will rise and fall, but their impact carries on, returning life back to the community that built them while shaping the lines of the future. The 2024 PDGA Professional Disc Golf World Championships ends now.
Hello and welcome to the final round of the 2024 PDGA Professional Disc Golf World Championships presented by Zuka. This is it. We've made it to Championship Sunday. It's day 5. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geese.
Honk.
And boy, do we feel that it's day 5. We're going to crown a champion today. One more long round at Ivy Hill. We've seen it now. This is the third time we've been out here. Hills everywhere, just a lot going on. Should be exciting. Before we get to it, we do have some limited edition tombstone design tees and tanks, so check that out at JomezPro.com/shop. And yeah, thanks for commemorating Worlds with us.
First off, we have Holyn Handley, 67% fairway hits through round 4, 49% circle 2 in regulation, and 92% of her circle 1X putts dropping through 4 rounds. Whoa!
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Eveliina Salonen, 83% fairway hits.
Wow.
Look at the 78% landing in circle 2 in regulation. That is unbelievable. She's throwing the disc so well. 65% C1X putting. She's one stroke back.
Third on the card, Mertsch, 77% fairway hits, 68% of the time putting for birdie from circle 2, and 83% of her circle 1X putts dropping.
And Natalie Ryan rounding out the lead card, 73% fairway hits, 63% circle 2 in regulation, 72% C1X putting. She is 8 strokes off the lead. Kat's 5 strokes off the lead, but we can see some big numbers out here, and only 1 stroke separating Holyn from Eveliina.
Yeah, it's kind of a flip of a switch on any hole.
Hole 1 is a par 4 at 663 feet, teeing from OB. Gotta get it inbounds in that landing zone. If you don't land inbounds, you can take it where it last went out or an optional drop zone. And then a very tight second shot. We've seen sidearms, we've seen turnovers, we've seen shots that never come back in bounds. It's pretty easy to take a big number right off this first one.
On behalf of the PDGA, the Lynchburg Group, Holyn and the City of Lynchburg, we welcome you to the Innova course at Ivy Hill and the final round of the 2024 PDGA Professional Disc Golf World Championships presented by Zuka. This is the 9:30 tee time. This is the lead card. And teeing off first, 4 rounds this week and 20 under par, she is your leader from Grapevine, Texas, Holyn Handley.
Holyn has had the outright lead or tie for the lead nearly this entire tournament. Her and Eveliina traded a few times yesterday, but largely Holyn has been the front runner. She shot a 3 down out here yesterday, a 2 down in round 2.
Yeah, she doesn't get quite as aggressive here as she does at New London.
From Pirkkala, Finland, Eveliina Salonen.
Eveliina plays really great at this course. Definitely a thrower's course without all of the trees.
Eveliina got 5 down in round 2, 2 down yesterday, but she missed a lot of putts on the front 9. She started to connect better on the back. I bet we'll see the lead change a bunch today. Stay in. Both of them going to be out of bounds.
From Rosebud, Arkansas, Kat Mertsch.
Kat, a true fighter this week. She's had some hills, she's had some valleys, but she is still finding her way in 3rd place.
She definitely has a cannon. Check this thing out. I like the width here.
Wow.
In every bit of the fairway.
Yep. And gluing nicely on the corner.
From Richmond, Virginia, Natalie Ryan.
Hometown hero. She is from this area, has gotten the chance to play New London a bunch of times, but I think is just as unfamiliar with this course as a lot of players are.
And this is a beautiful turning shot. It's scary to throw that right out or towards out of bounds and trust the disc. And boy, does she trust it. Phenomenal. Natalie in solo 4th, but only 1 stroke ahead of Kristen Tatar, who had the hot round yesterday at 6 down. After that, there's a bit of a gap.
Holyn hanging this out really wide. So hole 1's always in the top 5 of most difficult holes. Today it places the 2nd most difficult hole, though. Only 0.36 strokes over par. This is after cut day. It's the top 36 competitors in the field for this week, the top 40%.
Holyn and Eveliina both far enough to make that approach just look pretty simple. Kat going backhand.
Wow.
Oh my, I think she's on the line, but in. Ooh. Look how short this approach shot is going to be.
Unbelievable. She's not even thinking about the low ceiling. She's so far up there.
Going to be an easy birdie for Natalie. I stand corrected. You know, I felt like something was going to happen.
A little bit of a nervy putt there from Natalie.
Can't call it till it's in. Not nervy, though, from Eveliina. Great par save to start. And that's that distance where we see her get a little bit nervy. That was a confident first putt.
Is that James Proctor on the bag?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, it is. Kat Mertsch in for the birdie as well. Holyn Handley also saving the par after that OB stroke. Kat going to walk away with the only birdie on this, gaining a stroke on all of her competitors.
Matt, do you have a thought on like what the score needs to be today to get the win? It's always a tough question, but
I think
a rough idea.
I think if you're in one of the, like if you're Eveliina or Holyn, you're just looking for maybe like a 2 or a 3. Mm-hmm. But you know, I think Kat's going to have to shoot a 5 or a 6. I think Natalie might have to push up into 7-8 territory. Because I don't think we could see some big numbers, but I think the consistency of the field right now, you still are playing to catch people playing their best. You know,
Yeah.
I just don't see anyone on this lead card taking a huge number. It could happen.
It could happen, but yeah. Oh, whoa. What a birdie from Kristen Tatar. Look at her. Perfect 3 for 3 start.
Yeah, having her on the chase card is definitely something I'm sure everyone's considering.
Yeah, it looks like, I bet she's in solo 4th right now after that.
I always wonder about how many of these ladies are starting to check scores as you get towards the middle of the round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wow, what a start from Kristen. But I think that you're right that Holyn and Eveliina probably just need to be a few under par, but you never know.
Yeah, just to keep a clean round. Hole 2 is an example where people can pick up birdies. It is a little bit of a scary carry here because you have to go over this out of bounds corner. but it's into a green that's sloping downhill, so your disc doesn't get any ground play and usually grabs nicely. We see a surprising amount of people skip off the cart path safely into the circle one.
Cat Mertsch into the circle one, maybe even the bullseye. Holyn hanging that one out of bounds the entire way, and man, she has that shot dialed.
Wow, that's so good.
So good, we're gonna see it again in this follow flight.
Ooh, I love the follow flight graphic.
Holyn throwing an ESP Captain's Thrasher here. Picture perfect.
Just the absolute right amount of speed. We've talked about it for 2 rounds already. This hole's 327. Plays more like 365, 370. Eveliina ramping over.
No.
She
That's
hit
going to be close.
Yeah, she hit the ground early. No.
Oh, man. And Evelina's going to have to take that pretty far back. It's going to be... It's got to be a 2-stroke swing, it looks like. Man. Natalie putting some good height under this one. Actually goes deep a bit. I didn't even know there was OB back there. And it looks like she has a tree in her way on the putt.
She is on the OB line as well.
It is a scary carry.
It sure is. Eveliina left with a little chip up. She's going to be outside the bullseye somewhere that we've seen her struggle from a little bit this week. Oh, man, that tree's right in the way.
Yeah. Good looking run. Natalie off the band for birdie.
You know, that's one that she is kind of not guaranteeing herself to get, but she's got that written down in her notepad. You know what I mean?
I've seen the notepad, yeah.
Hole 2, birdie.
Yeah, this, for a distance player, is definitely the simplest birdie on the course.
Yep. Cat Mertsch 2 for 2. Holyn beefing up that bullseye stat. There were only 11 birdies on this hole. It played as the 3rd easiest hole, even with 11 birdies.
And we had 36 today, right?
Yep.
Out of the stats. Holyn with that birdie and Evelina's bogey. Going to be 3 strokes in the lead now. Cat Mertsch in striking distance. Hole 3 is a birdieable par 4, 714 feet. Downhill to start. You do technically start out of bounds, but the inbounds area starts pretty quickly. Fairly wide fairway. You see really full flex shots generally on the first. We've seen these ladies get so far that the approach becomes fairly simple. They might even be able to throw a slow speed disc. If you don't get off the tee as well as you want, you might be throwing fairway or even full speed driver. You can see the OB kind of gets close and angles out to the right. There's also a hazard bunker behind the pin within the circle. Cat with more of a hyzer line than we typically see. Usually you see the disc coming out on an anhyzer, and that's why she's going to find out of bounds.
I bet Holyn works a little bit more of a hyzer as well. They both have such huge distance. Holyn keeping it a lot lower, not trying to go super aggressive here, really playing smart, safe golf. We've seen her go huge on this tee shot the last couple of days, so this is a lot more conservative.
Yeah, Holyn in control, though. She just needs to kind of maintain. Doesn't need to do anything nuts. Doesn't need to push.
Natalie going huge.
Yeah,
Getting
big shot.
Yeah, big ground play as well. This was the warmest day by far today.
Man.
Yeah, I was happy to have an early tee time because it got hot pretty quickly.
It's a real scorcher out there, you know?
It sure was. The dew was heavy today, too.
100% humidity. Eveliina with a really nice shot as well.
I like that Evelina's like, if she's like coasting, her comfortable is throwing it as hard as she can, the biggest shots.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
I do.
She's always wanting to throw the disc at the maximum power.
And she just has so much control. Mm-hmm. Holyn coming in hot.
Ooh.
Very deep into that hazard. That's not going to be an easy putt.
I did not see that coming.
And Kat Mertsch, even though she's out of bounds, has a really good chance to save par here. She's able to go slower speed approach disc, like I was saying. And she'll have a putt from about 25.
After watching Kat bounce back from that double, triple
Yeah.
little combo she had at New London in round 3, I have like all the faith in the world from her. She goes OB, she's like, no sweat.
Yeah, there's nothing she can't do.
No. Eveliina parked for another birdie, first birdie of the round.
Yeah, she double, triple to eagle birdie.
Unreal.
Natalie with a great upshot, absolutely parking it for her first birdie of the round. Holyn trying to save par.
Ooh.
And gonna give a stroke back here.
Strong side, a lot of chains. I love this Save New London guy.
Yeah. Have we talked about that yet?
I don't know.
That, yeah, there's, I believe, a business park purchased like the last, 7 holes of the course or something like that, and are going to turn it into businesses at
Yeah.
New London. So
Level
they're
the trees.
trying to save it.
Yeah, this was some news found out just this week after having the World Championships planned and even after a round was played. Holyn Handley going to lose a stroke to her competitors here in a couple, to Natalie and Eveliina. I think we're going to see a lot of those kind of littler flip-flops, small sandals, if you will.
Oh, it's you.
4
Yep.
is 392 feet. This whole area here in the middle with the yellow stakes is hazard. So if you land in there, you have to take it as it lies. All the white stakes are past these hay bales and deep of the basket. You can get aggressive and go for it big here. I think that is the play. But if you do trickle out of bounds, look how close those stakes are to the basket inside the circle. You have to take it from a drop zone that's 80-ish feet away, 85.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So difficult to keep this in bounds.
I like this wide hyzer play, but that is really wide.
Really wide. Too wide.
Yep, Natalie going to go to the drop zone. I think the best play here is to try to not hit the hay bales, but come in right there and either get a skip over, or if you do land, at least you have a shorter putt from the hazard and you can save a par. Eveliina trying to do just that.
Yeah, I think that's the... Wow, actually,
safe?
no way. She was pure air shot. We saw this from Sayananda yesterday.
I like the Bigfoot cam.
Just creeping. Yeah. That is something special to land pure air shot and stay safe. Takes so much control. Bigfoot cam.
Yeah.
Bigfoot cam. Yo.
Cat. Oh,
Deep.
so close.
She'll be going to the drop zone also. Really curious what Holyn's play is going to be today.
Looks like a little bit of a slower speed disc. Flipping something up. This is nice. Some great touch here.
This is her ESP Athena. trying to get it over the hay bales, but that's exactly the golf play you were talking about.
I think that literally spiked into the hay bales.
It did.
Man, just a couple inches from being perfect.
And just a nice layup from Natalie Ryan. Kat Mertsch going to show us the forehand version. And you can't take this thing for granted. That OB is so close behind it.
Kat giving it a little toodaloo, but it sets down nicely.
Holyn from the hazard trying to save par.
This is the perfect landing spot.
Yeah.
Nice par. There was only 7 birdies today. Only. I feel like that's
a lot,
really
yeah.
good. 19% of the field. All from circle 1. Really impressive shots.
Eveliina for birdie. Okay. Looks like she came out here to maybe try to win a world championship or something.
She's looking real comfortable. She's got a little routine going today.
And that's going to tie it up at the top through 4.
This is definitely a birdie or bogey-ish kind of a hole. 44% of the field bogeying here, probably visiting that drop zone or having a long hazard putt. Eveliina, though, on this very slightly elevated basket, in.
Great to see her making those testers, going birdie birdie to tie it up.
Very regal horn.
Hole 5 is a par 5 at 762 feet. The distance these ladies have, they're probably not really too worried about the water carry. In fact, they're likely thinking about landing on that second teeing area, ball golf teeing area, and then getting the second shot up here to this pinch point, then trying to throw likely a forehand, but you can throw a backhand approach shot to the pin and try to birdie. Easier said than done, as always. This hill, well, what did we decide? This is probably the fourth steepest?
Yeah, I think this is the 4th steepest hole or hill that we walk up, but I think it is the 2nd steepest hole that we play up.
Yeah, okay. I think that sounds really reasonable, and they have no choice but to just take our word for it.
It's a fact.
Eveliina with a really great shot. Again, the middle of the field, landing on the first teeing area below that, so that's just a huge shot. Holyn really pulling this one. That's headed towards out of bounds, but it's fine.
She's just
She
playing.
was over there yesterday,
She's just playing
too.
some shade golf.
It is warm out there.
This fairway's nice. It's a really comfortable one to attack if you have that big distance. Natalie taking advantage. Putting it way up that hill.
Kat hanging it out wider. Similar line to Holyn. Great distance as well.
I wonder if they are doing that on purpose, if they like being far on the right side of the fairway.
I'm not sure. I was just wondering that. I mean, it's probably a simple, I'd imagine, forehand approach from there.
Yeah.
You could do either. Because sometimes this second shot is tough because you see how nose up Eveliina had to throw it with those hills in the way.
Yeah, and we're landing left like that kind of eliminates the option to go for it on your third.
Yeah, and that, look, Kat's lined right up to it. Interesting play.
Yeah, maybe it takes those hills out of the equation so you can throw a little bit more of a linear shot.
Kat's still going to end up in the same area, though. Risky to run the green from there. We saw Holyn go OB on, I believe, this shot yesterday. She makes the correction. Everyone in a very similar area.
Maybe they're in a good spot. I can't quite tell.
Yeah, I thought they were too far left,
Me
but
too.
Perhaps not. Natalie might be taking the wide route. Nope, they're all just in the same spot.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a very professional collection of discs right there. Oh, it's fine.
It's
not great. You want to be a little more right.
Yeah, we were right. You
Yeah.
could see we were right.
We were. Hey, Kat just chopping through the tree.
Mm-hmm.
She's not proud of it, but it worked.
I like when it's not a great shot and people clap. She's like, No.
Don't give me that credit. Natalie looks like she's...
Spikeiser.
Yeah. Oh.
That's a crazy play. What's happening? Is that inbounds?
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. I hope she has no idea what happened and goes up there and is like, how is my disc in this corner?
A backboard play.
Holyn lined up for more the traditional forehand route. Pulls it.
She struggled with this shot every single round. I think she might have hit that branch literally every round, which is weird. You'll find her outside after the tournament with a chainsaw. It's weird.
Just skulking around with some hedge clippers.
Yep. Eveliina, one of the few players that we've watched consistently lacing this third shot up to the green.
Beautiful little forehand.
That's technical.
She looks both more confident and like she's having more fun today than yesterday. She looked tense yesterday.
Cut day scary. I guess not when you're on the lead.
I think it's scary, but yeah.
Holyn gonna have to settle for a bogey at best here.
Cat Mertsch, really long look. You know she's trying to ring this thing up. But a par's not bad on hole 5. Natalie, after one of the crazier approach shots I've ever seen. Gonna be a par, though.
There were only 4 birdies on this hole. Let's see if Eveliina can get one of them. It's right in that range where she gets a little shaky. Mm-hmm. But we love the Eveliina that walks away smiling even when that happens.
Yep, hopefully that's the exception today. We've already seen her make 2 that were longer than that. She makes good on the par. Still going to get a stroke on Holyn. The old flippy floppy, right?
Mm-hmm. Just a little one. Kristen, like she's falling back a little bit, close to 1 under par now, but still in that tie for 4th. Hole 6, 341 feet birdieable by everyone in the field, but it is a tricky one. You have to throw a big hyzer that comes out and lands very softly, or you can throw a straighter, more hyzer flipping shot that just rides straight over the safe area the whole way down. Lower speed disc is a huge advantage here if you can get it all the way down the fairway. Some players even just trying to ace this one and taking it from where it goes out of bounds, hopefully down by the pin, just trying to save the par.
I believe this hole has had the highest OB rate every day.
Yep, it did again today.
And that is why. That's the best play. Just try to blast it down there and take your putt. She seems fine with it.
Out of 36 competitors today, 23 OB strokes.
Natalie throwing slower speed, trying to get it to stick, but it just does not have the stability to come back, and that'll be out pretty early.
Yeah, she's going to have a very tricky up and down, even just to save bogey.
It's a good looking line from Kat. Has a chance to stay in. You don't want to skip off the path, though. That was... Actually, I think that was gone no matter what. Yeah, she blasted that thing down there.
Sure did. If you're trying to skip inbounds, you have to make sure you get past halfway because there's a little hill that blocks the skips inbounds. Holyn coming in a little softer here. Not soft enough.
Nope. Not our favorite hole.
Yeah, I appreciate a touch, that priority touch hole instead of distance, but this is a funky way to do it. You can see Natalie barely getting it in bounds, but that is such a tricky little shot. 8 out of 36 competitors got into circle 1 today for birdie.
Natalie from just outside. Runs it in. Great putt to save bogey. Minimize the damage. Let's give her a slow mess.
She knows so fast.
Yeah, she definitely starts the run faster, I think, than any other competitor.
She has like a shrug putt too, where her hands like open, like what?
Me? Cat up first to save her par from the OBT shot. No problem.
Cat cruising along this round. 1 down so far through 6.
Eveliina from a similar distance she just missed. Little left side, but she's in.
Yeah, she's definitely got more rhythm on her putt today.
Yeah. Ooh. That is what she has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
Holyn saving the par also.
But we are not bobsledding out here. It's 85 degrees.
Eveliina still maintaining the 1-stroke lead over Holyn. Cat Mertsch 4 strokes back of the lead.
My buddies and I just helped grow the global disc golf community. Check it out. We got our favorite shirts at Quirky Goodies, and a percentage of the sales proceeds go to the Paul Macbeth Foundation. They build great disc golf courses all around the world. I picked up 3 shirts for myself. This one's my favorite. Hey, if you're like me and you're always looking for a discount code, use this one. JomezPro 15. That'll give you 15% off. QuirkyGoodies.com. Buy a shirt, make a difference.
Hole 7, our longest water carry. It's a par 3, 342 feet. You can see how close the OB area is on the left, so you got to hang it out to the right. Try to stick it on this very angled green. Is it a mandatory drop zone if you don't land safe?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and which is somewhere in circle 2, near 60 feet, maybe 55 feet, but going at a left to right sloping hill, very, very dangerous to run. This is looking really good from Eveliina. Just check up. So close.
Oh, man, I haven't seen many people going OB deep like that. So much power. I think for the distance throwers, this shot is so much about touch.
Mm-hmm. Funny, huh?
Yeah, it's such a different battle.
The rest of us are throwing full flex shots.
Yeah, just trying to get there.
Distance drivers. Cat Mertsch across, but gonna have to make a decision there for the putt.
I like the deep play there. Holyn, see, she's trying to tango with that OB line. Playing a little bit of a softer, smoother approach. Did not quite work out today.
Natalie hanging it out a bit wider than we just saw Holyn throw. It looks good, but also almost deep. She stays safe.
Now for the long walk around the pond. These players were just over there by those rocks a second ago.
Eveliina laying it up from the drop zone, just accepting the bogey. Oh, shout out to Jennifer Allen, who got the ace.
Oh, yeah.
We heard it out there, and there was no chains. I'm not sure if it was band and in or just cage.
Yeah, it sounded like band bottom of cage.
It sounded crazy. Cat for a birdie outside the circle. Yes.
Wow. That was huge.
Yeah. And a big deal with Eveliina taking that bogey. Give her the slow mez.
Cat looking like that. She's just at work. She's in business mode.
Yeah, those are her work pit vipers. Sweet putt. She does look like she's at work, though.
Yeah, she's just another phone call, another email. Let's get to the next hole.
I don't think she's an email girl. I feel like she'd be on the construction site.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like she's putting up walls.
She knows how to run a front end loader for sure.
2 birdies, 2 bogeys. A lot of movement here on the 7th. Look at this. Look at Cat Mertsch running it down. Only 2 strokes off the lead now.
There were 21 birdies in the field. 58% of the 36 competitors getting that birdie.
Ooh, shout out to Silver Sarnen, who's 5 down through 9.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Usually she's lighting it up at New London. Love the flip-flop again. Hole 8 is par 4. It's 511 feet, but the last shot is so far uphill that it plays much longer than that. This landing zone is for the people that are throwing aggressive backhand flexes or have really big sidearms, trying to set themselves up to have a short shot up this hill. That tree is right in the way of throwing a backhand hyzer, so you have to throw a really technical, risky backhand to get up that hill, or if you have, again, a powerful sidearm. We've seen our lead card go huge on this first shot to really minimize the second, but it's hard to not get your disc to cut roll right here.
Cat doing a good job. You could see it was maybe a little risky for a second and didn't quite pan out to get the full distance, but still should be in position to maybe attack for birdie from there. That looks really good from Natalie.
Big shot.
Huge. That was her Triton Squid. Fun.
Yeah, love that. It's just ripping the disc.
Yeah. Smoking that thing all the way down. Man, so far.
Look at this little accumulation again of discs in the middle of the fairway. So consistent.
Okay, Holyn land in the middle of all their discs. Wow. Wow. I think
Cool.
as the field continues to get better, we're going to see more and more of that.
Cat up first, going for that riskier backhand play. Oh, she's going hyzer?
Yeah, she's going a little tiny gap.
This lady's crazy.
She's confident.
I like to watch it. That's a big shot, too. 320 through that little gap.
Easily. Eveliina with the sidearm going around the outside.
She's got it all. Big backhand and a huge, powerful sidearm.
Winning smile.
Really great sense of humor.
Holyn really spiked. Finds a tree and yeah. Let's check up. Holyn not looking as confident.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a choppy shot there.
Natalie giving it good width and absolutely parks it for another birdie.
This played as the second easiest hole of the day. Okay, everyone throws far.
Yeah, in the top 36 of the field. Generally they do.
Holyn with a little soft run up the hill. She's close. She'll have an easy par.
Also, as long as you're inbounds off the tee, it's a pretty simple par.
Yep.
Eveliina, no.
A little bit longer comeback putt.
She tends to make good on these. And at least she doesn't let the mistakes stack up. Cat Mertsch, birdie, birdie. She moves to 3 down on the round and 1 stroke of the lead.
Natalie also getting another birdie, 2 in a row now.
Man, we've been going Eveliina Holyn, Eveliina Holyn. Have we been thinking about Cat Mertsch enough?
No.
I don't think so.
We're always confident in Cat Mertsch, but she's been doing some work. And playing a fairly clean round so far. Just 1 bogey. Currently 3 under. Let's wrap up this front 9.
It's a par 4, 651 feet, again teeing from an out-of-bounds area to a fairly narrow landing zone. It's definitely fair, but it'll keep you honest. You can find that left side pretty quickly. Second shot, you're going kind of downhill. The right side OB pinches in very tight to the right and behind the basket. Distance-wise, this is one of the easiest par 4s to get. Danger everywhere, though. I believe the drop zone is optional, or you can take it from where it last went out of bounds.
We've typically seen a headwind here the past couple of days as well. We didn't have that as much today. It was a little bit right to left, if anything, but fairly calm wind. Kat plays it up high and really tries to go out of bounds, but...
Yeah, she said, wow.
Yeah, checks up nicely.
That's what I mean. Really keeps you honest.
If you do go OB, that drop zone is 400 feet.
Do you remember, is this one mandatory?
No.
Okay. Natalie just swinging in a pure hyzer, gets way down there. She's going to have a much easier time approaching from birdie from there than Kat is from that back corner. Not just because of the distance, but it's kind of blind the farther back you are.
It's really nice to land the tee shot more left side of the fairway.
It's in danger.
She knew it out of her hand.
Yeah.
She can save par from there, especially going OB left, opening up that second shot where you have a little more room to push the tree line.
Holyn swinging a hyzer and in danger. She's great. It's great.
Yeah, nice spiky angle.
Yeah, it gets less of a skip that way. Cat Mertsch up
I
first.
feel like Holland's playing just like a little conservative here.
Yeah, it doesn't quite seem to be paying off.
Yeah, it doesn't look like her normal game.
Oh, wow. Remember how I said that was difficult? She's pinned it.
Kat looking really like it's just another day out here.
Maybe it is for her.
That's on good mental game.
Holyn, she's 3 over through the last 6 holes. Getting back on track here.
Eveliina trying to save par. That comes out early. And hyzer, she's going to be in circle 2. This is a scary putt too.
And this is a big mistake from the solo leader right now, with 2 of her competitors parked for birdie. Natalie, not having a bad round by any means, but if she wants the world title, needs to start birdieing everything. Essentially, looks like she's trying to do it. That's likely a turkey.
Yeah, I really like the slower speed disc coming in nice and soft.
Eveliina to save par. No chance. Hopefully it sits.
No.
It does check up.
After 3 rounds out here, I'm honestly tired of seeing disc roll. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of it. I don't want to see it anymore. Oh, man.
Yeah, kind of turning into a disaster. Stop it.
I'm tired of it, I said. I'm tired of it.
Strike.
Yeah. Natalie with another great birdie and a turkey here at Ivy Hill.
Eveliina for triple. Oh, and she barely squeaks. Oh, for double, I'm sorry. Barely squeaks that one over.
This is where you got to dig deep.
Yeah, she really just needs to shake that one off and move on.
Holyn taking a birdie on the same hole, 3-stroke swing.
Wow. That was a big flip-flop.
Yeah.
Like one big one.
Yeah. Size 12 sandal.
14 maybe.
14 sandal.
Kat Mertsch. Wow, 4 down. Tied for the lead with Holyn Handley.
Just like that.
Eveliina was just winning. It's worlds, baby.
Yeah, and it is exciting. The back nine is where it gets harder too, and where people have a tendency to take more bogeys, get a lot more OB strokes. So chaos going into the back nine of Championship Sunday here in round 5.
And we're a fan of chaos.
We sure are.
We like
No
to
surprise.
channel it.
Honk, 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 honk. But hopefully you guys will come hang with us and watch how this finishes up. This is very nerve-wracking. So many rollaways yet to come. Please see you guys on the back. Thanks again to the Founders Club. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two chaotic geese.
Honk.
Honk.